Well, hello there, ladies and gents. I'm Tammy Sipniewski. Thank you so much for popping by my channel. It's been so long since I've gone live or done any videos for my channel that I literally forgot how I kicked it off, right? Thank you so much for popping by my channel. I'm only here to remind you to buy on red candles. This is not financial advice. And today we're going to be talking about, well, it's a live stream, but we're going to be talking about Terrarium. And I just want to give you, the whole big, super long story about Terrarium. And full disclosure, I am a Terrarium holder. I hold on MetaMask and I also hold on Bitmart. So I have two separate bags of Terrarium, and I've held from launch day. Launch day when they launched on the blockchain, and also the day that they launched on Bitmart, I held over there too. Now, here's the crazy thing, like, they have sustained so much FUD. As soon as they launched, prior to launch, they had gotten a lot of FUD because of the Saitama community. Because Dr. Praveen, who is one of the developers of Terrarium, he was a major holder in Saitama. And he left Saitama to be a part of Terrarium. Well, it's probably not the only reason that he left Saitama. He probably left Saitama because Saitama, sucked. And the developers were dumping on the project, and he was a holder. That's how we even know that he has 108 wallets filled with tokens because of Saitama. Because the devs doxed Dr. Praveen's private wallet, and people, did a little searching on Etherscan and found out that indeed he's got 108 wallets in Terrarium from the pre-launch that he's promised to never sell. And he hasn't. He hasn't sold anything from those wallets. He has other wallets that he bought after launch that he's taken profits on, and he's got every right to do that. But he's made a personal vow to us as holders that for a minimum of 7 years, he's not going to sell any of those pre-launch wallets. And it seems like he hasn't. He's stuck to his word, and that's that, which is good. But here's the situation with Terrarium, the unfortunate truth. They launched in a bearish market. This whole year has just been a cluster bomb, and this is when they launched, right? And they've been up against a lot of FUD, and they've made some mistakes. And personally, I think one of the biggest mistakes that they've made is this. You guys let me know. Do you think this is a mistake? Because I think that's a mistake. Do you see what that says? Their taxes are 2%. 2%. 1% to burn and 1% to reflections. Excuse me, that's a mistake. Every other token, their buy and sell tax is like anywhere from like 5% to 15%. Some of that goes to marketing, some of that goes to utilities, some of that goes to the developers. Why is their taxation only 2%? Like, these guys are building a major exchange. Their taxes should be a minimum of 8%, a minimum, but it's only 2%. And this is where the problem is happening. In order to pay for the utility, remember, they're building a centralized exchange. They've got to sell tokens to do that. So what's up, guys? Thank you so much for popping by. I totally forgot about the comment section. Hold on. Nope, they don't have a marketing wallet. Well, they had a marketing wallet when they launched the token, but they changed the tokenomics, and I don't know what the heck they're doing now, but I think it's a mistake. Hey, Tammy, wow. Isn't this the talk of the town? Both are great projects, but I hope you got in big with MetaMonkey AI. Actually, no, I didn't get into MetaMonkey AI. Good morning or good evening, depending on what time zone you are in. But yes, I did a video for MetaMonkey AI, and their utility, when they make it, is going to be completely amazing and off the hook. But, listen, the reason I didn't get into the pre-launch of MetaMonkey AI is because I think that the crew of people that are in MetaMonkey AI right now, they're a bunch of degens. They're going to be in for the pre-launch. It's going to launch, and they're going to dump their tokens. Like, let's be realistic. and I'll be able to get into this token under launch price in a couple weeks. I bet. I bet I'll get in much lower than pre-launch. What's up, guys? Yep. What's up, Dave? Thank you so much for popping by. Yes, please hit the like button if you haven't already. I've bought. Hold on a second. Now I kind of changed up my live stream setup, and now my laptop is much further away. So it's a little difficult for me to read and my cat's meowing. Please stop. I bought more looks centralized, more interested in Flare Network. Okay, I don't know what that means. Maybe you're here to shop. I don't know. Okay, so hold on a second. I don't know what just happened. Like just this pop-up just came on my freaking. Can you guys still hear me? I don't know what the heck. Okay. I don't know what the heck is going on. There's this pop-up. It's a pain in the ass. So listen, I hold in Terrarium. And yeah, this is a little bit of the talk of the town for sure, for sure. But like I said, I think this is a mistake. Like 2% taxes, this is a mistake. They should change that. When they launched the token, the taxes were significantly higher. As a matter of fact, they had a whale tax. Like if you sold out within the first month, I think the sell tax was like 18%. They did change it, but when this launched their very first AMA, I was there for that. It was a Twitter AMA, and this is when they were getting pounded by the Satanic. Hold on, honey, please stop. Mommy's live. Please stop it. She doesn't usually listen to me. They were asked a question by a guy named Coke Zero, who is very smart in the DeFi space. He knows a lot about blockchain. He knows a lot about smart contracts. And one of the things that he brought up to them was the fact that, when you could have written your contract so that when money is collected for your marketing wallet, instead of being paid in native tokens, the Terra token, you can get that paid in Ethereum. This way, when you need money for marketing or you need money for utility, you don't have to dump the charts in order to do that. And this was a huge mistake that they said. They basically said, well, we're a bunch of rich doctors and we don't need that money. All of that is just going to sit there, and maybe in the distant future, we'll have to use those tokens, maybe, when the exchange opens or what have you. But, we've got this basically. That was a huge mistake because that wound up not being true. I think they underestimated exactly how much it was going to cost and obviously exactly how long it would take. Don't forget, the original roadmap on the Terrarium website said that the centralized exchange would be launched by now, which I was like, wow, how are they going to make a complete centralized exchange in just a few months? It sounded like gimmicky. And it turned out that I was right. There was no way they could get it done. They're still working on it. And they've got a full team of coders working on not only the centralized exchange, they finished the Terra pool, which is the launching pad for new projects. And they did that. Now they've got to do the exchange, and they're working on a blockchain. Like all of that is going to take a lot of time and it's going to take a lot of money. Hold on. I'm behind on comments here. Milton engaging with the negativity is making things worse. Yeah, totally. Like, listen, he should not be clapping back the way that he's clapping back. They need to hire a firm that takes care of all of their outreach as far as anything that's going out to the community, the investors. They need to hire a firm and just let the advertising firm take control of that and take care of that. That's what their job is. They know how to handle people. They know how to answer questions. RD does a great job. that maybe they should even just let RD handle all that stuff. It looks really bad when Milton kind of claps back. It makes him look, I don't want to say stupid because he's not a stupid man, but it makes him look petty, right? Like it makes him look petty that he's responding that way. It just does. He shouldn't have done that. I'm wondering if they need to do a V2, and let me explain why. I don't know if that's something that they can change. You know what? They probably can change it because, like I said, when they initially launched the token, the tax structure was completely different. And now it's only 2%. So it leads you to believe that, yeah, they can change it. They should change it. They should change it to getting the tokens. First of all, 2% needs to be gone. No, everybody else, the lowest amount of taxes I've seen on a token is, I think, probably Saitama, right? Like it's the 5% to get in and out of Saitama. They should at least do 6%, 2% for utility, 2% for whatever it is, right? Or even more because they are building a centralized exchange, and get that paid into those different wallets, not in the native token, so they don't have to dump it, but in Ethereum. And there's, okay, hello. Libby would like to say hi, everybody. Hello, everybody says hi, okay? That's what they should do. Like totally. 2% is not enough. And they are selling the tokens to pay for things, and that is understandable. But I think what they need to do before they do that, they should tell people, what, we've got a budget coming up, and this is what we need to do to keep up with the coders. And, we've got to pay their paychecks, and this is what we have to do. That's what they should do. They need to change that freaking tax structure. I've never seen anything like it. Maybe they made it that way for the centralized exchange. I don't know. But until that thing is up, they really should pay it. Who else is only charging 2%? No one. I'm so sorry that I'm like so behind on my comments here. You can hear her? Dave, Pyromatic is dipping hard right now. I bought some more today. Oh, that Pyro token. Yeah, I'm not into that. I'm sure they said by the end of this year. Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh, is that Brad in my chat? What's up, Brad? The Sandstorm Crypto. Is that Brad? Did he change his logo? Yeah, he did. He did change his logo. What's up, Brad? So then let me pull up the Twitter because I know, honey, but mommy's live right now. I know, I don't even want to pull up the Twitter because to me it was really petty. He should have done that. Him and Austin went back and forth. So here's the thing, Austin was one of the first influencers that they hired. The first, I would say, couple of weeks, anybody that was doing coverage on Terrarium, like me. I did a couple of videos on Terrarium. I did an AMA with one of the doctors. All of that shit was free. Like they had a nice hype train and it was all free because the majority of people that were making content were people who were hating on Saitama. So we were more than happy to cover Terrarium for completely free because it was like a dig. It was a dig to Saitama, and it was a dig to the community, and it was a dig to the Saitama devs. So I was more than happy to do it. But they wound up hiring some influencers, and they paid him a shit ton of money, right? Like they paid Austin so much money that he had to sign an AMA. So we're not really sure how much he got paid, but it was like a lot of money. But he did work really hard for them, and he did bring investors in. And I'm not saying that Austin's not worth whatever they're paying him. He is. Right. So he had that relationship with the doctors. And of course, everybody loves Dr. Praveen because how could you not? The guy is just so super sweet, and he's done a lot for the community. He stays in touch with the community, and he's come out of pocket a lot for the community. A lot. We know that when the whole Binance fiasco happened, it was him that paid for that personally out of his own personal wallet. And it wound up being a $180,000 mistake that they kind of never like pulled out of. right? They were never able to correct that. And it was unfortunate because I think it was a silly mistake that you had a bunch of developers that were who really new to the DeFi scene as far as developing a token goes, and they felt like, you know what, we are going to be a centralized exchange. We're different than these shit coins. People know what we're going to be, and they did get a lot of coverage. And I think maybe it went to their heads a little bit. Like they felt like they were completely separated from the shitcoin sector, that they were a legitimate project. And I still think they are a legitimate project. But they thought it so much that when they saw somebody reach out to them with a Binance email address, that there wasn't even a little bit of them that was like, hey, you know what? Maybe this is bullshit. Maybe we're about to be had. Maybe somebody's trying to screw with us. Maybe this is not Binance at all. Maybe we're about to be conned. And they fell into the con. And it cost Dr. Praveen $180,000 of his own personal money and their reputation. So we all found out. And even though the way Milton handled it was horrible, he never should have let that tweet out. They never should have come and said did what they did in the AMA, where they were kind of like, you know what? We didn't get cons. This was an inside job with Binance, and we're going to be on Binance. That was a huge mistake, guys. What they should have said was, you know what? Yeah, someone got us. We're sorry. And you know what? We're never going to let that shit happen again. We messed up this time, you guys, and we are going to make sure that it never happens again, because we look foolish. We lost a lot of Dr. Praveen's money, and they lost us money, right? Because a lot of people got in, and thank you very much. I appreciate it, Justin. Appreciate you. A lot of people started buying in because of that Binance tweet. Dude, I remember when that chart was pumping. We were watching it. It was just, we dropped to zero and the chart was just going up and up and up and up and up. Then all of a sudden, the Saitama people wanted to take a deep dive into the email, and they're like, something looks wrong here. Sure enough, as soon as somebody put that tweet out, something doesn't look right about this email. It does not look like an official Binance email. And why are they announcing it? Binance is always supposed to be the first ones to announce it. What the hell's going on? It was like a straight line down, right? And unfortunately, a lot of people got burned because the FOMO kicked in, and everybody's guilty of FOMO at some point. And they bought at the tippy top, and we know the chart is way, way freaking down. But the one thing that I can say is that Praveen has not sold any of the wallets that he bought in pre-sale. And how do we know this? Because all of his wallets were doxxed because of the Saitama people. And how do we know this? Because Feltron told us. He's like, yeah, when the Saitama charts started to dump, Russ said, you know what? I think it's Praveen. I think Praveen's selling on us behind our backs. It's got to be him. So they confronted Praveen, and Praveen's like, listen, I'm not the one that's dumping. I don't know who's dumping and hurting the chart, but it's not me. So he released his personal wallet information so that they could see it wasn't him dumping. And the nerve of them, because they knew it was them dumping the whole entire time. Russ knew he was selling. Manny knew he was selling. The Tran, he knew he was selling. Hold on, I gotta just pick her up. Hold on. You're horrible. You bad girl. Terrible. That all those guys knew they were selling, so they outed Praveen's wallet for nothing. They knew what they were doing. They knew it was them dumping the charts. So anyway, with that, Russ leaked the wallet to Feltron, and then once Praveen did sell and leave Saitama, Feltron leaked his wallet. He had no problem doing it because at this point, he's still hardcore a Wolfpack member and wants to find out what's going on. Why is Praveen leaving? And then they started to FUD on Saitama. So on Terrarium. So Terrarium has been up against the Saitama community from the very beginning, and Saitama has never let up. on Terrarium. They don't believe that they're going to be a centralized exchange. They think they're con artists. Like, oh, this guy's a pilot. He's not really. Don't come back that way. Stop it. Come on. Sit here. Be a good girl. You're going to knock over everything. I changed my whole entire streaming setup. I don't know if you can tell, but I changed it all. And she's like dying to climb behind the laptop and get behind the camera. And, I usually let them crawl all over everything, like everywhere, but not while I'm live. You don't want to look at her butthole. It's cute and all, but nobody wants to look at it. So, yeah, listen, I'm still a holder of Terrarium. I believe that they are going to have a centralized exchange. I know there's a lot of FUD coming from people saying that they're not, but I believe they're going to have that centralized exchange. It's taking them longer than they had anticipated because I don't know what the hell they were thinking. It's a centralized exchange. It's not just going to take you a few months to do that. And then they're doing their own blockchain on top of that. And they said that's going to be out in 2023. I mean, maybe that's possible. I don't know. If you look at what Vitalik was able to do, I mean, well, he did have a smaller team, but he was able to pull off something extraordinary. But, that's Vitalik Buterin. Dr. Praveen is still holding his 108 wallets. Yep. Untouched wallets, number 28 to 136, still holds 50 trillion TERA tokens each. 136 minus 28 equals 108. These are Dr. Praveen's. Oh, yeah, I have all faith in Dr. Praveen. All faith in Dr. Praveen. Their centralized exchange is on track. Announcement was that it was at the beginning of November, the first 2 weeks. Yeah. Well, that's the announcement now, right? Like, but when they first launched the token, I don't know if you were in from the very beginning. That's not what they said in the beginning, but that's okay. Whatever. It took them a lot longer than they had anticipated. And that's okay. I mean, that's totally fine. But as long as they get it done, right? Like, I can't wait until they get this done. Here's another thing, though. Like, I'll show this again. What the hell? How can they only have a 2% tax structure? I think they need to change that. Number one, they need to up the taxes. And instead of Terrarium going to the marketing wallet, it should be converted to Ethereum. This way, whatever goes to whatever wallets is paid in Ethereum. This way, when they need it, they don't have to dump the charts. They don't have to sell the token to pay the people. And that's what the mistake was in the first AMA. When Coke Zero was like, when you have the marketing wallet being paid, you should convert it to Ethereum right then and there. This way you don't hurt your chart. And what they said, at the AMA, their first one on Twitter was like, we're rich. Don't worry about it. We're coming out of pocket for this. We got this. That's basically what they said. So I think everything went a lot longer. Everything went way over budget. And how long can you continue to pay for that stuff out of your own pocket, right? At some point, your pocket's going to get low. The wife is going to be like, we're not paying for any more of that shit, right? Like, I want my Birkin bag. I'm sick of being on this budget because of that exchange. I mean, that's going to happen, right? So I think it was just what's up, Arturo? Thank you so much for popping by. It's been a minute, right? Hold on a second. I am so behind on comments, you guys. I am so sorry. Utility doesn't matter. 80% of us just want stuff to pump and dump. Oh, you're so true, right? You're so right. It's like that's what everybody wants. Everybody like. Once again, I'm not making any judgments about MetaMonkey AI, but I opted to not get into the pre-sale because a lot of the people that are talking about MetaMonkey right now, they're in that DJing community where they all get into the pre-launch. And once the token launches, they all start dumping and selling out. They rarely ever stay long-term in a project. And I have a sneaking feeling that I'll be able to get into MetaMonkey AI in a few weeks, or who knows, maybe a couple months, way below the pre-sale price and definitely launch price, like, it's gonna go down, right? Like, I think the markets are going to continue on in this downtrend. We've not seen the bottom of the market, and things will just go I mean, listen, does MetaMonkey AI, do they have that utility right now? Do they have the mall right now where they can start making money on their utility? No, all that stuff has got to be built. And if there's one thing I know about DeFi, they're not patient people. They don't want to have to wait a year for utility. They're not patient. They want the utility yesterday. They think you should launch a token with utility. This way they could start making money right away. And the metaverse is not really even up yet, right? So I think that, I think the price is going to go down. So I'll continue to look into it. I did do a video promoting them, and I think, everything on their website looks good. The utility sounds wonderful and great. Let's see if they can do it, right? Because we've heard things like this before, like with Terrarium. We did hear that all of this was going to be done, but I do understand that it takes time. It takes time. But yeah, they need to hire someplace to handle their outreach and their communication, because freaking Milton, he shouldn't be doing this shit. Like, seriously, Milton 100% should not be clapping back at Awesome Austin. Period. Like, that shouldn't be done publicly. Okay, it should not be done publicly. I mean, look at that. Let me put my glasses on and I'll read this. So apparently, Awesome Austin reached out to him to say, "Hey, you know what? These MetaMonkey guys, I'm going to try to get them to use Terra Pool for their pre-launch." Number one, why is Austin doing that? I know that Austin, he's a good guy. He's my, he's a Christian. I'm a Christian. We usually do things just, to be nice, but he should not have done that. That 100% should have been the MetaMonkey AI devs reaching out to whoever they were going to reach out to do the pre-sale. Why did even any of that happen? That should not have happened, okay? Can we just agree with that? That shouldn't have happened. Number one, it shouldn't have happened. But number two, it did happen. Milton did not have to say this to Awesome Austin. Milton knows how freaking beloved Austin is in the community. Austin's loved, his wife Fan is loved. Not only are they loved, like, dude, they're respected, right? Like, and 100% Fan, I think, even more so than Austin, because he put out a tweet where he kind of said something and Fan's like, "Honey, take that down." So he took down a tweet and he's like, "You know what? I said this and Fan told me to take it down, so I took it down." He was the better man, right? Like, clearly Fan brings out the best in Austin, clearly. And where's Milton's wife? I'd be like, honey, what is this nonsense that you're doing on Twitter? Like, you are going to be in charge of the centralized exchange. Can you, well, I can't even say CZ Binance, because he does, listen, CZ Binance does clap back, but he does it very intelligently and he doesn't look petty about stuff because he's usually always right about everything that he says. Milton doesn't have that kind of reputation yet, and he shouldn't be sinking to this low. Shiba Warrior says, "Love the content, Tammy. Any plans on talking about X funds? I saw your tweet." Okay, so I see this X fund. No, well, I'll leave your thing up there because I still have to look into it. Of course, we know that X fund is the oracle for Shiba Swap. And in case you guys don't know what an oracle is, it's like the price data feed of how you get the prices on tokens and stuff. And they have constant halvings in their token supply. And I think the final halving is coming up in October or November. Right now, that token, like, at the all-time high, I was it like 8,000? It was, like, a lot of money, and now it's, like, way down and the halving's coming up, so it could be a little bit of a potential there with X Fund. But no, I haven't really looked into it that much. I mean, it was just stupid what he did. And of course, we all know that Dr. Praveen, somebody threatened to kill Dr. Praveen, which was stupid. I mean, the guy has done nothing but good things for the project. And somebody was like, oh, you know what? We're going to hang, you should be hanged or whatever for whatever reason. I don't even remember. But Milton definitely needs to shut the heck up. Like he shouldn't be responding like that. Like, come on. So I think number one, they need to fix their tax structure. They need to collect more taxes for sure. Who in the chat doesn't think they need to collect more taxes than just 2%? 1% go into the burn wallet and 1% in reflections. There needs to be money for the utility. There needs to be money for marketing. There needs to be, excuse me, I think it's completely appropriate that they have a developer wallet. It's completely appropriate. Now, maybe when they launch the exchange, then they can bring the taxes way, way down. But the exchange is not here. Okay. The exchange is a few months away at best. Bring the taxes back up to at least 6 or 8%. Get all your wallets covered with whatever you need. Because when you launch the exchange, who's going to be there to market it? Are you still going to be coming out of pocket to pay for marketers when the exchange opens? You're I hope they're not relying on people from YouTube and Twitter to show their centralized exchange. Like they've got to, if they really want to be successful in this game, they're going to have to go on TV. They're going to have to do stuff like what Weeble does, what Public does. They're going to have to get the word out there because right now, as of right now, on wallets, there's over 10,000 holders. I don't know how many exchanges they have. They definitely are on Bitmart. I don't know of any other exchanges that they're on. But how many holders do they have? They've been operational for at least, right? When did they launch? February. So 7 months, and they only have 10,000 holders in wallets. That's not that good, you guys. That's really not that good. Like they need to do something to broaden the holder base and they need to get more people in to start using their centralized exchange. And they need to do more than just promote on Twitter and on YouTube. They need to get out. I'm telling you, they need to hit like freaking news channels. They need to get out there and do a massive, massive marketing blitz on a national level, an international level. You can't just be hiring YouTube people to talk about your centralized exchange. Where would crypto.com be if they only hired freaking YouTube people? They wouldn't have their name on the Staples Center. That's why freaking crypto.com hires people like Matt Damon, right? Because that's the way to do it. If you want national and international recognition for your exchange, you have to pay a lot of money to bring in bigger names to get that done, to advertise, and you're not going to cut it with a 2% taxation. What the hell? 2%? To be honest with you, I didn't even realize it was that low. Before I went live tonight, I was like, you know what? I haven't looked at their tokenomics in a long time. Let me go ahead and check to see what their tokenomics is. Because the last time that I bought in Terrarium, I think the taxes were like 8%, a minimum of 8%. It could have even been 12. I bought the day of launch on my MetaMask. I've held there ever since. And I bought on Bitmart when I went live on Bitmart. And, obviously my bag on Bitmart is way down because it just took a dump. So, if Milton holds an AMA on Twitter, he's just going to get attacked by negativity the whole time. It'll make the price tank further. I don't know what is up with that pop-up, but there's like a pop-up that keeps coming on my screen. It's freaking annoying. I'm sorry. I am so behind on oh, all these new tokens coming out is like buying a lottery ticket. Hex and Pulse Chain are a better bet. Yes, I own Hex. Obviously I don't own Pulse Chain. That's not out yet, right, Tammy? Thoughts on XLN launching on Bitmart? I I feel like I should know who XLN is, but I don't. Can you tell me who it is? I took a flyer on Tax Haven Inu, 126 quintillion tokens. I took a flyer on Tax Haven. What does that mean? I took a flyer. I don't know what that means. Took a bet, like just you degened in maybe? Oh, Luna 1. Is that token launched yet? Is it Is it live, Luna One? Like they were right? They were in pre-sales forever. Are they finally live? Because there were so many because it took them so long to launch. There's literally like a dozen honeypots because one of my geez, one of my sorry, one of my subscribers is like, "Oh, Tammy, this, Luna One," because I did a video on Luna One months ago. Yeah, finally, it was during the bull market. Because they took so long to launch, all of these honeypots were coming in. And one of my subscribers was like, "Listen, I'm in Luna One. What are you talking about? It's great. The chart is pumping." I'm like, "You're in a honeypot. What I don't know what you bought, but they're not live yet. The token that you hold, it's a honeypot token." And he's like, "No, like this honeypot token had a Telegram group. They looked super organized, they looked legitimate, and it was a honeypot." The poor dude lost all of his money because he's like, "I'm gonna be it's like Ready Player One, and I'm buying into the future now, and all these zeros on the price, and look at me, I'm gonna be filthy rich." I'm like, "You're a fool. Didn't I not teach you how to use Token Sniffer?" There was a bunch of Luna One honeypots. I don't know if the real one has finally launched yet because it's been so long that I literally stopped paying attention to it because they took their sweet time launching this project, months and months and months, that maybe who knows? Who even knows if the real one is launched? I don't know. I mean, I guess if they're going on Bitmart, you would have to assume that they're probably the legitimate one because Bitmart is not going to let some phony on there. Not, I hope they wouldn't. So that's my 2 cents on Terrarium. I wish Milton would be quiet. I wish they would raise the tax structure. I wish that any of the taxes that are collected are not paid in the native token. It should be paid in Ethereum. This way, when they need to do stuff, they don't have to sell the token and hurt the chart. Period. Like they've been doing. Like there's been major. Didn't you buy into Luna One? Nope. Nope. Didn't buy into it. I looked at them when I found out about them, and I went to their website, and I don't even think the pre-sale was going on at that point. It was just an active website, and no, nope. So I didn't even know that they had launched because it's been so long. But yep. So I know it's been so long since I've gone live, and there has been a lot of drama in the space between different creators and different projects, and it just seems like, you know what, I never want to get involved in that because, you guys, I'm older. I don't want to be involved in this nonsense. I want to stay above the fray and just give you my honest opinion as far as what I'm doing in my investments. So I hold Terrarium. I've been holding, I will continue to hold because I think it's a great project. And well, not only just because I think it's a great project, but because I have no reason to feel this way or think this way because I don't know Dr. Praveen personally. I don't know him personally. I've never met him personally. I've only have exchanged a few messages with him on Twitter, not even like DMing on Twitter, like public tweets. That's the only way I've ever communicated with him. There was something about the way he spoke and presented himself on that AMA on Twitter, the very first one, that I was like, you know what? Ooh, I trust this guy. I have no reason to put such trust and faith and hope in him, but I do. There was something about him that I just kind of felt like this connection with him. I don't know if it was, he told the story about how he grew up very poor and going through medical school and how much of a struggle it was. And, he wanted to be able to help people and change their financial futures by creating this project. He wanted to be able to help the average person who maybe doesn't have anything, but if they could afford to buy some of this project very early on, that it could change their lives forever. And it was something about that story and the way that he delivered it that I was like, this, you know what? This dude is for real. I don't know about any of these other devs. They could be shady as shit. But when it comes to Dr. Praveen, I have faith in that guy. I really do. I honestly believe that he is in this for all of the right reasons. He has the best of intentions, and he is going to make sure that this centralized exchange opens. If he has to throw this over his shoulder and carry it into the end zone for a touchdown himself, like that's what I think he's going to do. I definitely think he's going to do that. So do you guys know anything about computers? Like I have to upgrade my laptop to make it look better, like, but I don't wanna spend $2,000 on a laptop because, next year it's just gonna be outdated. So my friend is like, "You should get this one laptop," and I even forget the name of it. It's like $2,000. I'm like, "I don't wanna spend that much money on a freaking laptop that I only use for live streaming." I can't edit on this thing. I edit everything on my iPad when I do edit, but have you guys let's look at this little logo up in the corner here. You see this Clear Cryptos? Have you guys subscribed to the Clear Cryptos channel? Because Clear Cryptos is going to be launching soon. And I think it's going to be a good one when it launches. I mean, already I've been making so much content for the Clear Cryptos channel that I'm not due for an upgrade. LOL, you're not due for an upgrade. You're not a gamer. It's all good. No, I have Windows 11 for sure. Um, what's up, Teddy? Teddy's in the chat. What's up, Teddy? Welcome to the channel. Oh. Teddy knows about Teddy, I need a new laptop. I need better RAM. I think that would optimize my streaming performance because right now, if I have more than just 3 tabs open, the computer is so slow and the fan is so loud. Like the fan is rocking. So if I get a computer that's a solid state drive, will it not make that? Like, 'cause it's a solid state drive, right? Like it doesn't need fans, right? Is that how that works? Like an iPad. An iPad doesn't have a fan. Hobbs is in the house. What's up, Hobbs? When are you coming to a race, Tammy? It's so funny. I just mentioned Clear Cryptos, and one of the team members of Clear Cryptos popped in. And of course, this is T Hobbs from the crypto shop. He popped in. Clear Cryptos always sponsors like a bunch of NASCARs. Like they got a Lamborghini and all this other. So they go to the NASCAR races. I almost said show. NASCAR races, and they have the thing set up with their polo shirts and their hats on, and they're talking to people about Clear Cryptos and how it's going to change the DeFi space. And, you know, I've never been to a car show or car race. I don't know. So, yeah, I would like to go when I have a chance. I have an opportunity, but man, it's just been freaking like my life just never seems to get any easier. Like I told you, my father-in-law passed away, and I had to this is another reason why I just want to make sure that I'm financially secure for the future because my poor mother-in-law, she couldn't afford to live in our house anymore. The minute the man passed away, she had to start making plans about getting the hell out of the house. She had to go move back home with her mom. Dude, that's so sad. You know? So this whole past month has been, okay, burying him and then helping her move, packing up 40 years of your life, and now she's moving back into a bedroom with her mom. Like, I'm like, "Oh, man, like, no, I can't, I don't wanna do that there." So I wanna make sure that I'm financially secure, and I think crypto is definitely the way that is going to be the great equalizer for us, for our generation, for these new generations coming up. Like our parents had a chance to participate in the dot com. You know, if you got into the dot coms and you sold at the right time, you could have been a very wealthy person. Like everybody who got rich back then, everybody got rich back then, but it was the people who sold at the right time, they get to keep that money. Mark Cuban sold at the right time. Look at him. He's sitting pretty. All of his other friends that had equal wealth, they held and their stocks went to nothing. So I really think it's, the cryptocurrency is definitely going to be the great way for us. Okay. All right, Ted. Thanks for popping by, Teddy. Just sat down to make some content and boom, you were live. Michael Jordan was in Skybox next to us. That is crazy. That's amazing. Bye, Teddy. See ya. Yeah, it's okay. John Thompson's in the house. What's up, John Thompson? Thank you so much for popping by the channel. Yeah, so those are my sentiments on Terrarium. Okay. They need to change their tax structure and Milton needs to be quiet and it'll be all good from there. And as far as anything else goes, of course, I told you guys, see the little logo up in the corner, Clear Cryptos. If you've not subscribed to the Clear Cryptos channel, you really should. Like they've got a really good team. There's people dropping content all of the time, every day, dropping content. And I wish they would drop it a little sooner. Like, I made that Michael Saylor video so long ago, the day it happened, and it just popped up today. So I wish we could get the content up there just a little bit quicker because that was a great story. Like, dude, has he even responded? Like, can you imagine Michael Saylor is being sued for tax fraud? And how did we find out? Oh, I don't know. The attorney general tweeted about it freaking on Twitter. That's how we found out about it. The attorney general was like, yep, going after him. 10 years. Not only is he going after Michael Saylor personally, he's going after MicroStrategy as well because he feels like they helped him cover that stuff up, which I think is, I'm sure the attorney general knows that this has nothing to do with Bitcoin because, it's not technically income until you sell the Bitcoin, right? It's got to be something else. That guy knows something we don't know because there was a lot of people like, I don't know if you know this guy named Kale who's on YouTube. He's like, duh, you're an idiot. It's not income unless he sells it. And I'm like, Kale, shut the hell up. Do you really think this guy's talking about Bitcoin? Or do you think this multi-billionaire has got money stuck somewhere else that you and I don't know? You think that all he has is Bitcoin? He's got this whole company that he founded, MicroStrategy, right? The company that has the most Bitcoin on the balance sheet as of today, that's MicroStrategy. He founded that company like 20 years ago. He's got more money than that. But don't forget, Michael Saylor, he got in trouble. Remember, I think like 10 years ago because he was lying about stuff back then. And he wound up having to pay a fine and everything. He's no saint. Okay. So if the attorney general of Washington, D.C. is like, yeah, he's hiding stuff, I believe the attorney general. But dude, to tweet about it, like that was a dig. That's personal. That was a total dig. Yes, Terrarium not only had a presale, Terrarium had an epic presale. Epic presale. The minimum buy-in of Terrarium, I believe, was half an ETH, and the maximum buy-in was 10 Ethereum for each wallet. And that's why Dr. Praveen has 108 wallets because he had 10 Ethereum in each one of those 108 wallets. And that's how we know he's going to seriously hold the floor. I don't know if this is the floor right now, where the price is right now, but that's a serious floor. Let me share the screen here. On another thing about the why I want to get a different laptop. When I first got StreamYards, you used to be able to have a bunch of different tabs open and I could bounce from tab to tab to tab to tab. Now I can't do that. Now I open one tab, I'll show it, and then I have to hit stop sharing screen and then share another screen. Like it's a total pain in the ass. My camera went out. Hold on. Behave. So this is the chart right now for Terrarium. And you can see like it's, this pretty much could be the floor because right here is the launch price, right? I mean, every time this is a good area of support because every time it hits this area, like it always comes back up. Hold on. I have it on a day candle. Let me put on a 4-hour candle. Let's just, come on. See how slow this is? Don't you guys agree that I need a better laptop? I mean, this is ridiculously slow. Don't you agree? Don't I need to spend the money and just get a better laptop? Here it is. Okay. I'm trying to. Now my laptop is so far away, I can hardly see it. So this is a great area of support. I bet you we're going to have a great, because every time it comes close to this, every time it hits this area of support, it bounces right back up. It really does. This is a good time to buy in. I know we've sustained a lot of FUD right now, but this is a good area of support. It just is. I know there's a lot of FUD, but guys, remember, Praveen is holding the floor with all of those wallets. He's never sold. He's going to hold for 7 years. Solid state for PC, best choice, but pricey. Okay. Oh, Lewis. Okay. My friend Lewis. Okay. What laptop would you recommend? So my friend Foxy, I can't remember what she said, but it looks like a laptop. Is it an Envy? Is it an HP Envy? I can't remember what she said, but dude, that thing was crazy. It had like a screen and then it also had like a little bar that was like an iPad that you can draw on. I'm like, oh, that looks really nice, but it was like $1,600. I'm like, I don't know if I need anything like that. Like, what's the minimum that you think that I could spend and get away with it? I run 2 solid state drives and 2 mechanical drives. Oh, you're probably a gamer then, right? Like this is what I want to do. The Edge, the Microsoft Edge. Can I No, I don't want to no, I don't want to use that. That's a tablet, right? I don't want to use that. I want to get a laptop that's, you know, do you guys have a second? I want to take you to my Amazon cart. Like legit. We're going to go to my Amazon cart. Hold on a second. Okay. And by the way, just to let you guys know, I do have an Amazon affiliate link in the description below. I have all the stuff that I use for my streaming setup, like my background stuff and my lighting and my microphone and my audio interface. Okay, so let's take a peek. This is my cart. And these are the things I have in my cart. So I have this HP Envy. Oh, the Zen book. That's what she said. This Zen book. Let's look at this. What do you think of that, right? Like, look at that thing. That thing is crazy. Once again, I have to go back and hit share screen again. Stop share. Share screen. You guys, look at that. Isn't that amazing? Look at that thing. That is like a little iPad right here. Do you see that? So let me bounce out of this. Come on. Okay, here it is. These are the specs on it. So it has 32 gigabytes of RAM, which I like because the one that I have right now is 12. And I think that's one of the reasons why it runs so slow. 1 terabyte solid state drive, Windows 11, which I don't really care about Windows. But so there it is. 1700. Is that a good deal? Like I want to be able to edit on that too. I want to be able to film my videos with, StreamYards and then edit maybe with, like, DaVinci Resolve or something on my laptop. Do you think it's good? Okay, you said 1,700 is fair. Well, I don't want fair, I want freaking great, okay? And then there was this other one. Now I have to hit stop share again and hit share screen again. Like, this is ridiculous. When I first got this, I didn't have to do any of this. So it's either the Zen book, this and why do I have 2 different envies in here? HP Envy. So are you saying that I should get a Surface, a Microsoft Surface or Edge or Surface? Is that a laptop or is that I thought that was like an iPad, that Surface thing. Would I be able to stream with that? Do you think? I think this the Zen book is sexy. You know what? Maybe I should just get it. One left in stock. When can I have it? September 8th? That's so far away. I mean, I have hemmed and hawed about this for so long. If I just bought the damn thing when I first thought about it, it would have been here by now. Just don't drop it. That's what I'm afraid of. Like 3 months later, it's gonna be outdated, right? But 32 gigabytes of RAM, that's a lot. Asus is good because you can upgrade everything. That's what I hope. Although I would never do it myself. I would never be able to do it myself. My nephew does stuff like that, so maybe I should. But what about this HP Omen? HP Omen. Okay, wait a second. Now we're gonna that looks cool, right? Let's look at the that still has 32 gigabytes of RAM. Oh, and this one is 2 terabyte solid state drive, and it's cheaper because it doesn't have that iPad looking thing in there. So the graphics card on this is the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 350, which I guess is top of the line. Oh, should I get this one instead? I do kinda like that. The other one looked a little sexier, right? Like right? Like, the other one looks sexier a little bit. Let me back out of this. So it's that was the Zen book. Let me make sure we're still seeing everything. Okay. It's either the Envy, which is the one we just looked at, the Zen book, or this Envy. But I oh, what's this? Oh, you know what? You know what else I looked at? This Alienware one, right? This one also has oh no, this one's only 16. No, wait, I could change it. Hold on. 32 gigabytes. It's gotta be at least that. But then when I do that, it changes it to the AMD. So let me upgrade this card. Maybe I can no, I want this one for sure. I gotta max everything out to get what I want, I guess. I don't want this AMD. You know why? Because I have an AMD right now, and my nephew told me that was a mistake. He's like, "Ooh, AMD, oof." So, hmm. I don't know, guys. What do you think? The Envy or the ZenBook? My brother has it in finance. He is happy with it. Asus is the good, price is fair. He runs complete modeling software on it. I don't know what that means. Is that computer talk? Okay. So Foxy told me to get the Zen book. I guess I will just go ahead and get the Zen book. I mean, it is sexy AF. You know what? That's it. I'm just gonna buy it. I'm just gonna add to cart. Oh, it's already in my cart. I don't know. Should I pay the $200 for the protection plan, you guys? It seems like so much money and it's just gonna be outdated anyway. Should I really spend the money on it? Let me delete this one. I go back and forth. I don't know. Yeah, I don't want the Ryzen, the AMD. I'm gonna get rid of that. Delete this one. Jeez. Proceed to checkout. I can't believe I'm doing this. Wait a second. Okay, I had to make sure I was sharing my billing information with you guys. Order placed. Hmm. Okay, I bought it. I bought it, you guys. I can't believe this is the most expensive laptop that I've ever bought, but I'll have to tell Foxy that I got it. She's the one that recommended it. Because I want to be able to stream and I want to be able to edit on it. Right now, I edit everything on my iPad. I use LumaFusion. And then if I just use, like, if I film a video just using StreamYards, I don't edit it. I just sit there, I talk, and then I send it off because Clear Cryptos, they're so well put together. They have like this whole team. If you guys have ever seen the videos, like they add the beginning, they add the intro and the outro and the music and everything. They edit all the videos, unless like I do my own video where, I put the titles in there. You can always tell when I edit a video, it's like primo, right? But they do all that stuff. Like they got people doing that stuff. So it's, you know, they've put a lot of thought into what they're doing as far as marketing. So once this baby launches, it's going to be really good. I know things that I can't tell you guys, but it's a serious project. And I know they have sustained FUD, different influencers just trying to get attention by saying it's a shit coin or whatever. It's not. It's going to be completely different than anything that's launched before. And you could tell by the people that they have on the team, like this is going to be a serious token in the space. And they're not going to have any scam artists on there. They're going to kind of like the sheriff of DeFi, right? Like they want to make sure that when people are getting into projects, that they're legitimate projects, they're just, I can't talk too much about it. I'm not allowed to release certain information, but it's going to be really good. So I can't wait for the pre-sale because it's going to be really good, you guys. Not financial information, but you know what I mean. So this is my new streaming setup. What do you guys think? Like obviously I changed the wall back there. I changed up the thing. I got a new chair. This freaking chair. Do you guys know that they make chairs that recline now? This thing reclines. Like I could legit take a nap. Not only does it recline, this chair, you can lock it into that position. Who's in their office taking a nap? Okay, so my take on Luna Classic. Look. Okay. Obviously, Luna Classic is in the position that it's in right now because of what happened with their stable coin, the USDT. It was an algorithmic stable coin. And in order to keep that, the reason it was an algorithmic stable coin was it was linked to this Luna coin. And if one was bought, one would be burned, and it kind of always kept this harmony. That's why it was called an algorithmic stable coin. Well, these people were able to exploit the algorithm and hypermint the Luna token, devaluing everything. I don't think there's any way that Luna Classic is ever going to get up to where it was. Get that out of your head right now, okay? Because there are so many, there's like trillions and trillions and trillions of tokens, right? If you think about it, Shiba Inu, okay, let me not talk about Shiba Inu, but there's a lot of, how can I word this? We're so used to seeing tokens launched that are in the quadrillions, the quintillions, the sextillions, even like there's been some astronomical amount of token supplies. When you think of it that way, okay, maybe trillions is not a lot, but that's the supply of Shiba Inu, right? Is in the trillions. And in order to burn off half the supply of Shiba Inu, this is just to give you a for example of burning tokens off. At the rate that Shiba Inu is burning tokens off on average every month, do you know how long it's going to take to burn half the supply of Shiba Inu? 2,000 years. 2,000 years. There's no way this Luna Classic is going to beat Shiba Inu in burning tokens. There's not. Now, do I think that it's going to have pumps? Absolutely. Totally. It's going to have pumps. Do I think it's going to go up? Yes, totally. But you understand at this point, it's a degen play, and people, um, are looking at it as a degenerate play, right? So this is not something that you should invest a lot of money into. Just keep in mind, there's no way they're going to burn a huge portion of these tokens. There's just no way, right? If it could have been done, it would have been done with Shiba Inu. And where we sit right now with the token supply of Shiba Inu, on average, all of the tokens that are burned every month, it's going to take 2,000 years to burn off half the supply of Shiba Inu. So please keep that in mind, okay? Oh man. Hello, new here. Do you think Elizabeth Warren will clean up DeFi within the next year with new legislation? I don't think so. Mm-mm. Look how slow, um, look how slow it moves, right? Like everything is always so freaking slow that I don't think there's any way that that's going to happen. Period. No, not in the next year. Do I think that DeFi is going to get cleaned up? 100%. 100%. It's going to be cleaned up for sure. But I don't think the next year, no. Mm-mm. Hold on a second. I gotta go and block Ponzi because he's, how he is. Hold on a second. I'm trying to get to the other screen because, Ponzi is here. He's being crazy. Hold on a second. Sorry guys. Hold on a second. Let's see. So you're a moderator now, Hobbs. I don't know. How do I block? I've never blocked anybody before. Hold on a second. Remove. Did that work? Did we get rid of Ponzi? This guy, he's like legit. Did that work? Is he gone? Is Ponzi gone? Did it work, you guys? Oh god. Oh, somebody sent me a super chat. Yay. Ray Mickey, what is clear crypto as it a uh what is clear? Let me try to find your super chat. Hold on a second. So I'll put up on the screen. I'm sorry. My laptop is so far away now. It's very difficult for me to see. So if I mess this up, I apologize. What is Clear Crypto? Is it a cryptocurrency I can buy? Also, do they have a website? And can you please bring up the site Crypto Queen? So, yes, they do have a website. They are going to be a cryptocurrency, but it's going to be so much more than just a cryptocurrency. It is going to, you know what? I kind of can't tell you too much about it, but hold on a second. Yes, they do have a Clear Crypto's website. Let me just type it in. Hold on. And if you are not, and it's clearcryptos.com. If you're not, you should please subscribe to their YouTube channel because their YouTube channel, share screen. Hold on a second. I'm getting it. Here we go. And of course, this is their mantra. Let me close this StreamYards out. Hold on a second. This is their mantra, no trust act. And yeah, they're all about that. So listen, Clear Cryptos, if you go to their YouTube channel, there's just like a ton of videos there, a ton of information. And, it's not financial advice. What it is knowledge. They're giving you information about different cryptocurrencies and different projects. They're giving you the tools that you need to make better financial decisions for you and your family. That's basically what it is. Like there's Hobbs does a lot of technical analysis on the channel, which is really great. And of course, Hobbs is now a moderator on the channel, so he has complete control over who he wants to get rid of. And remove. I don't know how to remove him. Like I'm trying to go to his comments and just remove him because he's just, oh man. So if you have not already subscribed to the Clear Cryptos channel, please do. It's on YouTube and they're not right now launched. They haven't had a pre-launch yet, but they will. And when they do, I will let you know when it's going to be, what's happening with it, because it's going to be a great opportunity. It's going to be one of those once in a lifetime opportunities that I'm proud to be a part of. So I know, yeah, Hobbs, he does that. He has like 20 different accounts that he keeps. And you know what the crazy thing is? He's the one promoting rug pulls, right? I mean, 100%. Like he's now, don't forget the reason that he hates me so much is because I, oh, what's up, Bobby Joe? The reason that he hates me so much is because I said something's wrong with Sky Token. Like there's something not right with Sky Token. I called it, and he promoted Sky Token and look where that is right now. Like all of the projects that he's talked about, look where they are now. They're not good. Oh my gosh. Like I hope that worked. I tried to block him over here, but like, you know, for whatever reason, it's just a pain in the butt. I can't do it from StreamYards, and I think it's because of this laptop, right? I don't know what to do here. Oh, okay, hold on a second. Oh, Justin. Hey, Tammy, very curious if you know what the difference between burning a token and doing buybacks to the liquidity, which one's better? Well, I always think like if you're just burning a token, like let's give you a for instance, right? Like with Terrarium. So Terrarium, their whole supply, I think, is like 100 quadrillion or whatever. 80% of that is in the burn wallet. 80% of their tokens are in a burn wallet and has done nothing for the price. So it's way better to buy back the token and then put it in the burn wallet, right? If there's liquidity backing what's in the burn wallet, then that's going to increase the price. If that was your question. Hold on, let me reread it and make sure. If you know a difference between burning a token and doing buybacks to liquidity, which ones are better? Definitely, if they're putting liquidity behind the token, it's better. Because if you're just burning a token, un it doesn't do anything. Doesn't do anything. So I keep hitting block in StreamYards, and it says, "An error occurred, try refreshing the page." If I refresh on StreamYards, does that end the stream? Do you guys know? Like, I just Oh, what's up, Doctor Crypto? Clear Cryptos, yes. So Clear Cryptos, they've not launched yet, but they do have a YouTube channel. They do have this website and bringing clarity into crypto. I have made a video about it, and this is a little bit of what their interface is going to look like, their dashboard, because they want to be clear about the cryptocurrency space. They want to make people. Oh my god. Tammy, you can't block him, and even when I do, you will see the comment, but the chat won't. Okay. Oh, it says I blocked that last one. For some reason, that one worked. Every now and then, it decides to work, but I appreciate you, Hobbs. Like you can't control who comes into your chat. You know what I mean? Like you just, and it's always the same story with him. Like, oh, you promote rug pulls. Never. The only token that I talked about that rug pulled was Strangino. It was horrible. Who expected that it would be rug pulled? I didn't. But that Sky token, the thing with Sky token was they were supposed to come on for an AMA that I did for them because of him. He asked me, we used to be friends. Well, not friendly, whatever, however, people that on Twitter and stuff. So I did the AMA for him. And I was watching an AMA that the Sky token was giving. And I'm sure you guys heard all the drama about Sky token now. And the guy, his name was Omar, he's talking about it, and somebody asked him about those really big wallets in Sky Token, and he's like, "Well, I really shouldn't be saying this, but those tokens, they're owned by General Mark Milley and his family." And I'm like, "What?" First of all, if that were true, he never would have said that on YouTube. He's like, "Well, I shouldn't be talking about this." If it was really Mark Milley owning those wallets with those tokens, he wouldn't have said a word. But right then and there, I thought, no, there's something wrong here. Why is he BSing about who owns those wallets? You don't rat out holders if there's somebody like that, like General Mark Milley. Come on. From the Joint Chiefs of Staff? Nah. Oh God, look at he's just, he and the funny thing is like I legit pray for him, because I'm Christian, so I try to, I pray for people that I think are mentally not there. And you know, he's just a lonely, immature a-hole who's convinced that people are scared of him. I invited him to my channel for a mature debate, and I'm sure he won't. He won't come because I will destroy him with pleasure. Oh my god. Uh, uh, yeah, he really I mean, there's just something like, I do feel bad for him, but at some point it's like, "Oh my god." Like the whole reason he was mad at me was because of this drama because of Sky Token. And now you should hear what he says about Sky Token. Like you guys, you can't make this stuff up. Like you legit cannot make this stuff up, right? Like if the stuff he says about Sky Token, it's what I said months ago. Something's not right with this project. Something's weird. Why would this guy be saying this if this were true? Like, sometimes when people are liars, they lie so much that they think they're never going to get caught. And then they tell that one little lie that they push it way over the edge. And like, maybe if he hadn't said that about Mark Milley, maybe, maybe I would have not caught it, but that one incredible lie, I was like, no, this is bullshit. This sounds like bullshit. But anyway, it didn't matter because the guy wound up and I've told the story a number of times. I had to leave a family function early so that I could do this AMA. It was like the first time we were getting together because of the corona thing and everything. It was the first thing we had, and I had to leave early to come do this AMA. The guy didn't even show up. He didn't even show up. Didn't let me know like well in advance, "Hey, I can't make the AMA today. I appreciate you doing it for me, but I just can't get there." Waited to the last minute. I was in studio. I did my hair, my makeup. I'm sitting there, got everything set up. I'm waiting. He's not showing up because I tell everybody, "Be there 10 minutes early. This way we could do a sound check, make sure everything's good." We're like, "It's time to go live." I'm like, "Where the hell is this guy?" I look back on Twitter and like 5 minutes ago, he's like, "Oh, I can't make it. We'll do it some other time." Not, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I apologize. This is completely unprofessional. I'm so sorry." Nothing like that. Just like, "Yeah, I can't make it. We'll do it another time." You know, just no class, very low class, very unprofessional. And right then and there, I knew something's not right with this Sky Token. 100% something is not right with Sky Token. And I called it. I called it. And now he's all over YouTube screaming about Sky Token, right? But who called it? I called it. And I called it months ago before people got wrecked. That's when I called it. Before people got absolutely wrecked. That's when I called it. Oh, Bobby Joe. You know what? I would, Bobby Joe, but like I've already been live for like an hour and a half, and I'm about to cut out. And first of all, I'm sick and tired of Ponzi. He's just, and I pray for him, right? Like this is the sad part. Like I legit pray for that guy. I'm blown away by the hypocrisy. If you watch the AMA he did with Rodney a while back, he brags about accepting tokens for payment, and then he talks shit about Zach and Austin during the same is that damn head shaking my damn head? Yeah, like it is unbelievable. It is just unbelievable. You remotes Sky Token. I don't even know what that means. Tammy, you're a big liar. You remotes Sky Token. I don't even know what that means. Dude, yeah, man. I bodied Sky Token, and he was so shook up about it. But listen, I bodied Sky Token before people got wrecked. Unfortunately, a lot of people listen to him and they got hurt. I'm like, that chart is down. Let me pull up the Sky Token chart. Let me pull this up because this is ugly. And the funny thing is, like, I'm telling you, he says it now. He's like, "Look at this. They them sleazeballs, them scammers. He says it now. And he was all bent out of shape because I called it months and months ago. I was like, "Something's not right here. Something not right." I called it. I knew it. As soon as that guy said, "Oh, Mark Milley has these wallets with his family," I was like, "Nah, nope. He's a liar. He's a dirty liar, and he doesn't show up for an AMA. Nope. Disgusting, unprofessional, low, like low class. You know what I mean? Real low class. Real low class. Okay, let me go share this screen. Let me condense it to a day. Look at that. Look at that. Oof, right? Look at that. You guys, so okay. It launched like way down here, like in the 50-cent area. Dude, people were buying this for dollars. Like I want to say the all-time high was like, I know it says 5 over here, but I think it went much higher than that one. Didn't it go? Know why it's saying this. I thought it had made at least $8 one day. Maybe because I have it on a day chart, but like almost $5. Like people bought up there, right? Like people bought way up at those high prices. And look where we are now. 23 cents. Come on. People got wrecked. Absolutely wrecked in Sky Token. They got wrecked. It's just really sad how people lost a lot of money because of this. It's a disgrace. It really is. And I wish somebody would if I knew Mark Milley, I would reach out to this dude, be like, "Do you know that they're using your name trying to promote this crap token?" Like it's a shame, you know? Man, where do you go? What are you gonna do? Just real low class, you know? Oh, Kid Henoch is in the house. Kid Henoch. Is this the Kid Henoch from Twitter? Kid Henoch? You know what? So, Kid Henoch, I have to get a better laptop. I think that's the one thing I'm lacking in. So we're gonna try to fix that up a little bit. But yeah, this is my streaming setup. I got a Canon M50 that I'm filming with. I got the Shure SM7B. I got a hair light, okay? And then I have an ambiance light, just a big studio light that's hitting the ceiling to make it a little brighter. I can make it a little brighter. And then I have my key light over here. So it's called 3-point lighting system. Oh, did you use the mic Shet? Thank you, Keith Henoch. All right, guys. Well, I see the word pray, so I got to look at it. Hold on a second. Tammy, can I pay you to set up my next studio? It's easy. And all these different things, like I bought them little by little. Like each thing that I invested in was like, well, I shouldn't say that. A lot of this stuff I got sent for free. Like my audio mixer, I got sent for free because I have a tech channel on YouTube and they sent me that to review. The light they sent me to that light I got sent to review. But like the microphone, the Shure SM7B, I had to buy that. The camera, the lens, I bought all that. That light over there, they sent me that to review. I just got that light over there. You can't really see it because I got those 3D wall panels. I had to put them up by myself. It looks really good, but yeah. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much. Oh, DJ Legend is in the house. What's up, DJ? Yep. And of course we got DJ Legend, big Volt guy, big Voltinu. Man, Volt had a good week, right? We did good this week. It's funny because all of my major holdings in Bitmart, it's always been like Terrarium, Shinja, a couple of other things, and like Volt was down like my sixth holding. Volt is like tick, 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 going past all, of course, it blew Saitama away, went racing right past Saitama. It passed Shinja, and now it's getting real close to my terrarium bag. What happened to Shibtoro? They okay, so what the developer claims, and this I don't really know if this is true because I've heard rumors that it was the developer that was doing it, but I don't know. There was arbitrage happening between Hotbit and Uniswap. People are buying the tokens really cheap on Hotbit, sending them out to Uniswap and selling it. So they're saying that that's, really hurt the project price, and they wound up blacklisting a lot of people. And then one of the developers got into a fight with another developer, and they shut down the Telegram. And then the community started selling out, and then here we are with Shibtoro, right? Like, it's the dev, I wouldn't trust the guy as far as you could throw him. I think he's got another project cooking, and like crazy enough, the project sounds like Shibtoro. I can't remember what the name of it was. Somebody sent it to me. But yeah. And then he's like, "Up, you know what? I'm throwing the towel in." And then the people that held the project were like, "Well, this is BS. Like, you said that you were gonna work here." You know what happened? He didn't do marketing, and it lost volume because it lost momentum. So he wasn't making money because there wasn't any volume. So he's like, that's it. I'm throwing the towel in." So then, probably like a dozen people are like, "What do you mean you can't do this?" And he thought he was going to have another round of people buying the token again. He's like, "Yeah, I'm back, baby." And then he worked for like 3 days, and then he's like, "Oh, nobody's buying the NFTs. Nobody's buying the token. I'm out." And that's it. He just walked away. Like, that's somebody who, if I heard his voice again, I would know it was him. And I would 100% say, "You're the POS from Shibtoro that ditched the community, and you shouldn't be in any other DeFi projects." And the funny thing is, he's like these people who take all of your money to promote your token or something, is like, and then they turn away on you. Where are they? And he's talking about all this money he spent on promotion, and then he uses my name. That guy never paid me a penny. I gave him an AMA, and he gave me a tip for giving him a free AMA, but he never gave me any money. Like, I know he hired other YouTube people for like a lot of money, but that wasn't me. Why throw my name into the mix? You know what I'm saying? Like, people are just, you can't make this stuff up, right? Like Ponzi, you can't make stuff like that up. Like, people are legit crazy. But you guys, I've been live for so long. I got to get going. It's so late. My neighbor's going to hate me. But I appreciate everybody for coming on by the channel. I wish I could stay longer, but it's so late. DJ Legend, thank you so much for popping by. I always appreciate a fellow Volt person in the house. Well, guys, I will catch you later. Have a great weekend, and please take care. Enjoy the holiday weekend. Be safe.